Welcome to ZimDI TV. We are streaming live from the capital city, Harare, Zimbabwe, to all four corners of the country. And from the previous program that we had, we were talking about other issues. But I remember someone saying, what time is she coming? And who is she? Your guess is right. The wait is over. She is now in the studio. So much has been said about her. So much negative things, so much positive things. For someone even said, her post has divided the continent. But she is here now to tell us what happened, why she took that decision. But before that, let me welcome her to ZimDI TV and to you. And welcome to ZimDI TV. It has been hectic to get you to come to the studio.
Yeah, I apologize. I've
Don't
been
worry.
busy.
You've been busy with reading the comments or what?
No,
Oh, okay.
other things.
No, that's fine. And how? And it just went quiet. Where have you been all along?
I've actually mentioned this to a few people who asked me the same question. I haven't been quiet.
Okay.
Specifically.
Uh-huh.
I've just not been coming out on a TV series in Zimbabwe.
Oh, okay.
But it does not necessarily mean that I've been
You're
quiet
quiet.
and not doing anything else in the media or in the film industry as well.
Yes.
I
and
have been actually.
Wonderful. And it is the film industry that made Vimbai, the character Vimbai.
Yes, yes.
Take us a little bit. How did it start for you to end up in Studio 263?
Oh, wow. Okay. I was 19, 18 at that time.
So if I start counting my fingers, I can
No,
know how
don't.
old you are.
Don't.
Yeah.
Okay. I was coming for a different program actually. I heard
To the
about
studio.
I heard about the audition for Studio 263. It was Marara at that time.
Yes, I remember.
But we could not go, and I remember my brother and I wanted to go, but we could not for several reasons. For the actual audition,
Okay.
I think it was with ZBC. So I started modeling when I was 14.
Okay.
So I got to interact with a lot of people in the modeling industry. So one of them...
But no acting yet, primarily.
No
so
acting yet,
okay.
yeah. One of the guys that mentored me through my modeling career saw that I had a potential of speaking out to people. Because we used to host a lot of events as well, and you know he saw the way I expressed myself, and he was impressed with that.
Okay.
So he was one of the assistant directors for This Is Life,
Okay.
a TV show. So they called me in to be part of the audience and to speak about youths and HIV and AIDS, etc. So he called me personally and he said, it's good for you, it's exposure for you as well, and I'd love for you to come and share your views because I know you've dealt with those issues before. So I went. After denying his request for a while, I eventually went. The producers and the directors for This Is Live were the same producers and directors for Marara, and they hadn't started shooting, they were still recruiting people. So I got there, they said they wanted to see me after the show and audition me. So I thought they just wanted models because I was thinking, no, it's been 2 weeks already, and when they did my auditions, my first audition, so I think it's out already. So I waited, they auditioned me, and I did well. There were 3 Vimbais at that time.
Okay.
They hadn't chosen the one, so I came in to be the 4th Vimbai. I impressed the producers, and then they took out 2, and there was me and another girl. We battled it for the whole night. I think half of the night until like 2 a.m. Yes, it's hectic. Film shooting is really hectic.
I know.
Until 2 a.m. and then in the following few days we're just doing audition by audition, and they were giving us scripts to see who best suited to the character, and then eventually they took me. Yes, that's how I started. And then We started shooting, and before I knew it, I was all over Zimbabwean TV.
Studio 263 became like a family, and because it was also a family setup. How was it when you were working with those guys?
Oh, at first it was hard. I will be honest.
Okay.
Some did not like the way I came in. Which was after some people were auditioned, which, you know, people have different opinions. Yes, and I respect that. So it was a bit difficult to gel in with everyone. I was kind of like an outsider to start off with, but you know, I was focused, and I thought, you know what, I did not look for this. So God, if you put me here, you're gonna keep me here. That was my prayer every day, and I just say, God protects me. Take me to where you want to take me. So it made it easier for me, and it's also because when I'm challenged, I go beyond expectations. It's just my personal, my character. So I had to work harder to prove a point that, you know what, I'm actually the right person that was chosen, and I'm going to prove it. So I worked very, very hard. I remember most of the times I would get on set and I would know I would have like a thick book like this, and I would know all the lines, and they would be shocked. Because for me, it was my mission to prove that, you know what, as young as I am, I can actually do this. And then, you know, with time, they got to understand me as a person, and I was very quiet and to myself most of the times. And yeah, we gelled eventually.
And then who became your favorite actor or actress?
In studio?
Yes.
Wow, they were all my favorites, my favorite actors. My TV brother, Jabu, Denzel, Rebecca. I loved working with them. It was really like family. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I would even still call him brother and sister, even offset. I loved Maivoni's character. I loved Tino's character. I loved it. Yes.
Where is she now?
Tino, she must be here in Zim, but I haven't seen her in a very long time now. What else did I like? I liked Mwengwa. He brought a different angle to the show. Neshona, Netsumolechi, I loved him. Yeah. We were a family. All of us complimented each other. It was beautiful. It was really, really beautiful.
From Studio 263, what happened next? Then Vimbai just went underground.
After Studio 263, when I resigned from Studio 263 in 2007.
You actually resigned?
Yes. Yes, I resigned.
Which could have been a heartbreak to your favorite fans then, right?
Yeah, it was. But it was more of a career move for me.
Oh, okay.
And a professional decision that I had to make at that time. I had reached my peak, and it was time for me to move to the next.
Yes, it's time for me to go.
Yes,
okay.
I had proved that I could do it, and I wanted to expand my horizons and get out of the country and go to other countries and see if I could do more. Than just the confinement of my Zimbabwean borders. So initially I wanted to go to Germany.
Okay.
So ich spreche Deutsch. I learned how to speak Deutsch. I just decided at a very last minute to go to South Africa. But my initial idea and move was to go to Germany. And then I just thought, oh my God, you know, Germany is far. I would want to still come and see family. You know, I would still want to come to Zim often. And I'm not sure of how I can manage in a country that's very far. So I decided, okay, what's the next best country that I can go to? Okay, South Africa. So that's when I moved to South Africa. When I did, I worked for a wellness and health company. I moved up from being a coordinator to a marketer to quality assurance. So I have a background of quality assurance and risk management within that fraternity. And then in between time, that's when I was doing the the shows as well. I acted in Zabalaza. I had quite a good role in Zabalaza. I did Mutual Friends, SABC. Zabalaza was coming out on Mzansi Magic. And then Mutual Friends was coming out on SABC. I did Beyond Our Borders. I did a movie, a Rapist. I produced my own series. I did a pilot. I co-produced a TV series that I'm very excited about. I'm still in talks with broadcasters at the moment. It consists of 4 countries: South Africa, Zimbabwe, Malawi, and Zambia. That's the cast.
Okay.
I started my own company, N Studios International, to promote talent in Africa.
Acting talent.
Yes.
Okay.
And I also have a trust, African Talent Development Trust, to support the arts industry and to harness and teach and train the young people in Africa who are in arts. But I made it broader and not to confine it to arts only. So it's in sport, be it in all the different fraternities.
And as someone who has traveled probably in the SADC region,
Yes.
Zimbabwean actors and actresses seem not to be going far. Seems even in Zimbabwe, if you look at it, the industry is dead. Why?
Oh wow. Obviously, as a country, we have faced our own challenges, and I think that has kind of affected a lot of industries in this country. We were doing well at that time if we had maintained the momentum, but obviously because of some issues that were beyond our control, we had to narrow it down a lot. So now I can see it's picking up. I've been watching a lot of local dramas and the local series that are coming out, and they're brilliant, and the quality is amazing as well, and the storyline is great. And the people look amazing, and I believe that we're in a very good path at the moment. And in the next 3 to 5 years, definitely there's going to be something big coming out of Zimbabwe, definitely.
Some have said acting in Zimbabwe is an option. When you have failed to do anything in life, you say, I cannot do it as long as you've acted. What is your opinion?
Wow, it's sad that people still think that now, because I thought at some point, Van Vaidaro Patakatanga. Because I would like to believe that we're like the pioneers of the whole TV series era in Zimbabwe. And Patakatanga was sure. I remember when I went home and I told my mom has always been very, very supportive, and she understands the arts. My dad was a bit skeptical, and I would understand. He wanted me to be a lawyer, you know. Yeah, so they got to a point where they actually warmed up to my work, because all the time I never called it a gig or whatever. I called it work. Because that was my work for 5 years, and here in Zimbabwe it still is my work. But the reason why now people think that the side is because here in Zimbabwe right now, remuneration wise, we haven't gotten to that point where munhu anopiwa mari inomugutsa inomufadza kuti akwanise kubasirika mupenyu wake asina another job aside rekuti aite. So that vakutarisa maartist manje vakuti but hauna chakati nechakati nechakati but unobuda paTV. So why are you doing it? So it's not about the people who are doing it, it's more of the situation that we're in at this particular time in the industry. Okay. But looking at other countries, man, people are getting paid very, very well. They make a great living, they buy cars, they buy houses, they have, you know, poshy lives just from acting. They're getting quite a lot. So it's more of a country financial situation at this particular time in the industry itself, the film industry here, because we don't have sponsors who are coming in to promote it and to support it.
Your first show on TV, your family sitting, your father who is this down to the you are now sitting in the house. Your first show, how did you feel? How did it change the whole thinking within your family and anyone else?
Wow. Actually, the first show, I wasn't even there. I was working. I barely watched myself on TV because I was working. I worked 6 days a week with 1 day off. And that one day I would be too tired to do anything. And studio wouldn't be coming out on TV anyway. So the days that I think for the first 1-2 years, I could not even have time to watch myself on TV because I would get home late. So they would be like, oh, okay, today this episode came out, and I'm like, oh, it's episode 57, or it's episode 10. Oh, okay, how did I do? So I never got to see. But when I got home, the reaction from the family was more like, wow, you know what? You're really good at this.
Oh, okay.
They've always been supportive because I had proved that when I put my mind to something, I do it, and I do it well. And they were supportive, and they could see, okay, it looks like it's making sense, it looks like it's coming together. They were excited. It also changed my entire family, including my dad's perception. He said, okay. And then, you know, we were getting paid every week, and I'd come home with, you know, something decent, and they started appreciating that. So I think as an industry and as artists as well, we need to get to that point where we actually get paid.
In the studio today, I have Ninira, and she's a former Studio 263 actress. She's in the studio, and she has been in the country for a couple of days. I know there are a lot of comments that are coming in. Just hold on, I'm going to read them in a few minutes. And in life, for now, at your age, do you have a day that you sit down and say, ndakafara?
No, we rebuke kusafara Mr. Oh man, wow! I think I still need to do that. I've worked so hard to a point where I've forgotten myself for a very long time. You know, like when you're just a zombie who just works. And I think when I stopped Studio 263 and I was juggling now between the professional fraternity and then my arts and doing different things in business, I think that's where I kind of relaxed a bit. But still, and I'm chilled. I'm always working hard. I'm always busy. I'm always trying to reach for the next goal and setting another one, and I'm hard on myself as well because I have set goals that I need to achieve. So yeah, that day I'm sure will come.
Okay. Have you ever made anyone angry in your life? So you might not have gone back and say sorry, or you've gone back and say sorry, but if
Yes, that happens every day.
Okay.
We're humans. It's not every day that we say things that everybody likes or supports. It's not every day that you stand there and everybody likes you. Some people it's allowed. It's acceptable. We're humans. So on a daily, sometimes you know you apologize, but yeah, a few times, just because everyone has different opinions, unless you are a walkover, not amen to everything. I think those are the kind of people who can say,
yeah, because I've been on your Facebook profile and I've been reading the comments on your 2 Facebook profiles, and I said to myself, Annie has made people angry. Okay, before that, let me read the comments now. Edwin Tichaona Nyekete, Aiwa, Amai Roy. She's bitter about her own failures, that she thinks hating on someone will bring her back on a limelight. I'm not sure, we haven't talked about your failures, we'll talk about them. Levikaseke says, get away. My T-Roy comes back again and says, surely there are better things to be done for Zimbabwe at stake right now than this. Michelle says, nonsense. Tawanda Dambudzo, gaite jimu yekufesi mawodzo, nonsense. Yangu yeri, kabebi kake, kokumasowe ekempton zvukufaya here mabodzwa b ndezvekudhara izvo hazvinoenesu zvatotaura nezvazvo kaizvo tinotenda masakaza. Can you please replace Zodwa for us uyo Rute otg tikuda Zodwa isu hau vantu mabodza b magoodbye adzoka Winet azorei kufesi matsito here ikomendi yamuti azore cohistorics yese iyo hanzi cohistorics iyo ndei panyaya yazodwa panapa tamutaura kuti nyaya yazodwa nawa anambira totora nyaya yazodwa but chazongoti hanzi by public demand who end up saying it. Elson kuda kwashe just wanted attention and finally she got it. Okay. Stephen Matobe, Tapmane, you are prolonging with unnecessary questions. Ask you what you invited you for. There is no inspiring it or in your dialogue. Tarisaimpo Fuma Tenda and the Winnet Kita Watwati Golden co-accent Tariro Daffin. I can't get over that jacket though. I can't help zoom in. Rinoita kunge rasonwa neAmacha Taylor iro jaketi rain avamane Taylor wake na mese mapinda iko.
No, I actually bought it.
Okay. Kwa akatenga iko hanzi na kabebi kake tapfumane ukuroverere imbwa wakaviga mupini iti gaga tiri kumhanya. Data ngavatendere panyaya vonga ichidhuwe data jusa kana wachida nyaya because it doesn't come cheap. Chipo njema waite kuzanu pevu nezuro Frida Abangoseka. Swag Blessings Africa German. So why do you stay in what I can't read Afrikaans? Maodza Abangoseka. My messages I cannot read all of them, but okay,